Brian from quantlabs.net here, talking to you through the magic of an iPad. Anyways, I'm hoping that a number of people that follow what I do have seen the videos. I put up 3 videos, 1, 2, 3 videos on the high frequency trading system or potential for Matlab or within the world of Matlab. And these could be sort of used for production, but I wouldn't do it. But it still shows an exciting potential with Matlab, and obviously I'll be using this as part of my arsenal for quant research, model, and strategy development. As a result, it's just one of the options that I've researched and really like, as well as the capabilities of things like fix, or things like building a model and testing it against all different types of scenarios. So a lot of people have been reacting quite positively to it, and then the next stage is using those same models or the capable models and building using Mablab SImulnk. I have verified that it is being used in various banks, including Morgan Stanley, through somebody who told me about that. So it is being used in the banking industry. As a result, and what I thought last month is that with SImulnk, you can visually build your models. You can also do code generation into C++ and HDL for FPGA. So the 2 parts, there's 3 steps when it comes to SImulnk models. There's the inflow, the model itself for all your algorithms and what you're planning to do, and what that generates into what they call outflow. Right now, the toughest 2 challenges I faced is what to do about the inflow, which is obviously capturing market data, and outflow, being able to take what you generate from a model or a trading strategy or whatever, and being able to make trading decisions from those, and then being able to execute trades from that. Well, guess what? I found a piece of software that can do both, or one piece of software that does the inflow, which will capture data from the IQ feed. And then I found another one for outflow, which will interact with TWS, which is part of the Trade Worker Station client from Interactive Brokers. So that's all done through socket programming. So that's the inflow, outflow, and then of course what I work on and focus on is the SImulnk model, and then that is where my trading decisions, algorithms all go into play. So over the next few videos, what I'll be showing are the capabilities of these 2 pieces of software, one for outflow and the other one for inflow. What I've seen so far in the feature set list, these things are really cool, as well as they're not too expensive, and they work with, guess what, C++. They also work with Java, Excel. One works with Python, some popular trading platforms like MetaTrader, and all in all, really good stuff. I'm really impressed with it. The advantages with using this approach is it obviously expedites my development time. It's probably going to be I'm hoping, a much more polished product than I would if I was to build it from scratch. It's performance based from what I've seen, but even if it's not, it's still a really good starting point, so that I can focus on what I want to focus on, the trading algorithms and models and strategies. That's what I want to do. And the other cool thing about using this type of concept of using it within a trading application is that, let's say if Interactive Brokers changes their something in their TWS, or IQ feed changes something in their feeds, where you need to do an update in your API, which obviously impacts your algorithm or your code, your source code base. The nice thing about this is, hopefully, as the vendors of these software components or products, they'll take care of all those updates and will shield you and your code when you interact with their products, and shield you from those having to do those changes. The other big advantage is that because they're already established and they look to be fairly mature products, is that when you put out questions and you can essentially in a way hire specialists that are already focusing on these type of products without having to pull your hair out when something breaks, or hire a coder and blah blah blah. There's a lot of cool advantages with it. And I'm sure there's a few other people who will argue it to death, but whatever. So the point is that it really expedites and gets my stuff quicker to market and gets it quicker for me to get into live trading. And that is my #1 priority for me, and enables my membership obviously to get up to speed as well. So again, we've got both ends covered now, so that maybe in a couple of weeks I can start focusing on strategies and really start banging out what I want to bang out for my membership. Which brings me to another point. 2 dates to remember. January 8th is my membership preview webinar for only my members. January 7th is for people that may have questions on the membership. And lastly is the big one, is the price increase coming January 14th. And it goes up 50%. So anybody that wants to get in on the action where it's still fairly affordable, get in on it now, while not saying while I can, but before obviously the 14th. Other things are going to be coming down the pipes, but once you start banging out the models, having both a Simulnk model available for members, the C++ models in C++ generator from the Simulnk, which will turn eventually into some big powwow API that could be worth thousands of dollars. Just go look up a product called NAG and you'll know what I mean, because it's a very, very expensive product for an API of math functions for C++. And lastly, there will be, if I want, code available for HDL, or let's say as a VHML, and the other one for Xilinx, Verilog. So there will be that code available too, coming out of the Simulnk models. See, my eyes are getting bright, and I get really, 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 really big smiles on my face, because that's why I'm using Simulnk, because of these two big advantages that Simulnk offers when you run it through the Simulnk compiler. And it's visual as well, which is the other nice thing. So once we get into that mode, guess what? The membership, and it proves even to be profitable. I'm sure you know where I'm going with that for later in the year. So again, January 14th, get in on the action now, as we are expediting the process and our march to live trading now in high frequency trading. And we've already accomplished one major milestone, and that's already been demoed in 3 videos for high frequency trading capabilities within the world of MATLAB. Over and out. Have a good night.